Okay, so tonight I made the machine more robust. So if you look inside, you'll see a few more bolts in there, and of course you'll see these 3 bolts here with holes drilled for the 4th. These bolts will hold the face on along with the drive shaft itself. They'll just kind of go in place there and help keep everything centered. Okay. That will allow me to service the drum or change it out or whatever I gotta do. Okay, the drive mechanism has been cleaned and oiled, and I actually swapped out, there's a little bronze bushing in there. I swapped that out. Probably not necessary, but it feels like it runs smoother, so we're gonna take it. Let's see here. This piece is held in place now. It's centered. It's got 2 pieces of shelf standard holding it in place, strictly because that's what I had on hand. It's rigid, it'll do a good job. The front is held on just by 2 bolts because if you look inside here, I formed a lip all the way around, and the lip sits inside of here. So these 2 bolts really probably aren't necessary for anything other than holding it in place while I work. But they've got pretty robust brackets that I made up. There's another one down in there. So anyways, you'll see the heating coil is sitting in place. There's actually enough space in there, but just barely. So I may need to get some ceramic insulators to put between the metal walls just to prevent it from, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Anyways, just to prevent it from shorting out. Not overly concerned. Still looking at ceramic heating elements. These coils will probably hold up, but ceramic elements would be so much nicer because I could put, say the drum spins this way, I could put one high on one side and one on the bottom, and that would give a more even roast. So, what do we got? Oh yes, my bridge rectifier came in, and I got a severely overpowered one, which I would run for you, but I have unhooked it. Probably did that while I was getting this spot hooked up. As you can see, there's going to be a division between the heating element and the motor, but let's see, this gap all the way around is to allow air to be drawn in so that it just doesn't get super hot. But there'll be insulation all in here, and no insulation once you get to this area right here. You can see my little marks here. My grid is still in place. Everything is just bolted in place for now so that I can get everything situated and put together and holes drilled and all that as I need to. This back area will come to about right here and be covered to just below this pulley, and probably going to draw air through this space anyways, just to keep it cool. I don't think there'll be any problems because the bread maker, originally the temperature got pretty hot on this particular model with the element sitting about right there. So theoretically this little pulley can handle it. My pulley spins, my shaft will spin at approximately 72 RPM. I can slow that down if I need to, but I don't think I will. The motor does not get hot so far. Of course, I haven't got the element in place yet. I could turn the element this direction. I kind of didn't want to, and the reason being is because I'm going to reuse its container, and if I turn it that way, then I have to make it fit in there, which is not too hard. It's just I didn't want to have to do it. So that's it for the night. I'm going in. I'm gonna have some cold water and sit down, maybe watch a show, and then go to sleep. So that's it. Good night.